The Pacific Ocean, vast and unforgiving, hides many secrets. Its endless expanse stretches over 63 million square miles, making it the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions. Beneath its surface lies a world of mystery, from the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans, to countless uncharted islands and atolls. One such secret, a mere speck of land, lies approximately 1,000 kilometers southwest of Mexico. This isolated island, often overlooked on maps, holds a unique place in the annals of maritime history and natural wonder. This is Clipperton Island, a coral atoll barely 6 square kilometers in size. Despite its small size, Clipperton has a rich and complex ecosystem, with its coral reefs teeming with marine life and its skies frequented by various seabirds. Its shores, pounded by relentless waves, offer no natural harbor. The island's rugged coastline is a testament to the raw power of the ocean, with waves that have shaped its shores over millennia. The lack of a safe anchorage has made human settlement difficult and fleeting. Its interior, dominated by a brackish lagoon and sparse vegetation, hints at a harsh and unforgiving environment. The lagoon, once a freshwater source, has turned brackish due to the encroaching seawater, making it unsuitable for most forms of life. The vegetation, though sparse, includes hardy species that have adapted to the island's challenging conditions. Clipperton Island is a place of stark beauty, but also of profound isolation. The island's remoteness has preserved its natural beauty, but it has also made it a place of solitude where the silence is broken only by the sound of the wind and waves. This isolation has shaped the island's history, a tale marked by human ambition, desperation, and tragedy. Over the years, Clipperton has seen various attempts at colonization, each ending in failure. The most notable was the Mexican colony in the early 20th century, which ended in disaster due to isolation and lack of resources. It is a story of forgotten lives lost in the immensity of the Pacific. The remnants of these attempts, including abandoned structures and lost artifacts, stand as silent witnesses to the island's tragic past. These relics tell a story of human resilience and the relentless struggle against nature's unforgiving forces. The island stands as a silent testament to the power of nature and the fragility of human existence. Clipperton's harsh environment and isolation have made it a place where only the strongest can survive, a stark reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. Clipperton's story, once lost to the wind and waves, deserves to be told. It is a tale of resilience, of nature's dominance, and of the enduring human spirit. As we explore this remote atoll, we uncover not just the secrets of the island, but also the broader narrative of human interaction with the natural world. This tiny speck in the Pacific holds lessons for us all, reminding us of the beauty, power, and mystery of our planet's oceans. Clipperton Island was first sighted by Europeans in the early 16th century. It was a time of great exploration and discovery, as seafarers ventured into uncharted waters, mapping new territories and seeking riches. Clipperton, however, was just a tiny speck in the vast Pacific Ocean, easily overlooked amidst the excitement of grander finds. It remained largely ignored, a nameless blip on nautical charts until the 19th century. For centuries, it was a forgotten dot, a mere curiosity for the few who even noticed it. The island was uninhabited, its barren landscape offering little to attract attention or interest. Then, the discovery of guano bird droppings prized as fertilizer transformed this insignificant atoll into a potential gold mine. Guano, rich in nitrogen, phosphates, and potassium, was a highly sought-after commodity, essential for agriculture. The once ignored island suddenly became a beacon of opportunity. Entrepreneurs, their eyes on profit, saw in Clipperton a chance for quick riches. They envisioned vast fortunes to be made from the island's guano deposits. The promise of wealth drew investors and speculators, eager to capitalize on this newfound resource. Mining operations began, bringing with them a wave of hopeful workers and ambitious overseers. Ships arrived, laden with men ready to toil under the harsh sun, driven by dreams of prosperity. They came from various backgrounds, united by the hope of a better future. The work was brutal, the conditions harsh. The men labored tirelessly, extracting guano from the rocky terrain. The sun was relentless, the air thick with the stench of bird droppings. Many fell ill, their bodies unable to withstand the grueling demands of the job. The island's isolation, once a defining characteristic, now became a curse. Cut off from the rest of the world, the workers faced a sense of desolation and abandonment. The vast ocean surrounding them felt like a prison, trapping them in a harsh and unforgiving environment. Supplies arrived irregularly, and communication with the outside world was unreliable at best. The men depended on these shipments for their survival, but delays and shortages were common. Letters to loved ones often went unanswered, leaving the workers feeling even more isolated. Clipperton, once a blank slate, was being written upon with the ink of human greed and suffering. The dreams of wealth and prosperity had turned into a nightmare of exploitation and hardship. The island, once a symbol of opportunity, had become a testament to the darker side of human ambition. In the late 19th century, Mexico established a small military outpost on Clipperton, asserting its claim to the island. This tiny, isolated atoll in the Pacific Ocean, with its treacherous reefs and unforgiving environment, was seen as a strategic point. The Mexican government hoped to solidify its presence in the region and protect its interests. A lighthouse was built, a beacon of civilization in the vast emptiness of the Pacific. This lighthouse was not just a navigational aid for passing ships, but also a symbol of human resilience and determination. It stood tall against the relentless waves and storms, a solitary sentinel in an otherwise desolate landscape. Families joined the soldiers, seeking a new life on this remote outpost. They brought with them hopes and dreams, envisioning a thriving community despite the isolation. The soldiers and their families worked together to create a semblance of normalcy, building homes and establishing routines. Children were born, their laughter echoing across the lagoon, a brief flicker of normalcy in an extraordinary setting. These children grew up knowing only the island, their playground, the sandy shores, and the crystal-clear waters. Their innocence and joy brought a sense of hope to the adults, a reminder of the life they had left behind. Then, in 1914, tragedy struck. The world beyond Clipperton Island was changing rapidly, and the island's inhabitants were about to face unimaginable hardships. Mexico, embroiled in revolution, forgot its remote garrison. Supply ships stopped coming. The once regular visits that brought food, medicine, and news from the mainland ceased, leaving the islanders cut off from the rest of the world. The island, once a source of hope, became a prison. The isolation that had once been a challenge to overcome now became a suffocating reality. The community's spirit began to wane as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months. Food supplies dwindled, and the islanders were forced to rely on the meager bounty of the ocean and the island's sparse vegetation. Fishing became a daily struggle, and the once abundant resources of the lagoon were quickly depleted. The island's vegetation, never plentiful, could not sustain the growing desperation of the people. Sickness spread, and one by one, the inhabitants of Clipperton Island succumbed to starvation and disease. The lack of medical supplies and proper nutrition took its toll, and the once vibrant community was reduced to a shadow of its former self. The island, which had once echoed with the sounds of life and laughter, now stood silent, a haunting reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's relentless forces. The story of the Mexican garrison is a chilling reminder of the fragility of human life. Cut off from the world, forgotten by their own nation, the islanders faced their fate with remarkable resilience. Yet, their ordeal serves as a stark warning about the dangers of isolation and the human cost of neglect. The tragedy of Clipperton Island did not end with the last survivor. For years, the island remained abandoned, a ghostly reminder of the human cost of ambition and neglect. The lighthouse, once a symbol of hope, stood crumbling and silent, a sentinel over a graveyard of forgotten dreams. The island's dark secret, whispered by the wind and waves, remained largely unknown to the outside world.